Okay, we're ready for the rubber roof. I've got all the joints prepared. We'll look at that. This joint right here was one of the worst. So I used some construction adhesive, filled in the gap, and then put some drywall mesh tape over it. Turned out pretty good. Here's another one. We got two more. Here's another one. And it made a nice smooth transition. So here's the roof material. It's a PVC rubber roofing. Smooth surface on one side and a little bit rough on the other side. And I'm putting the rough down. And I'll put a link to all the products I use in the description. But for some reason, when I purchased this, it came folded up in a box. So I unfolded it on the patio and then got a piece of 10-foot plumbing, 4-inch pipe, and rolled it back up to get all the wrinkles out. Oh noes! Look at this. I'm a little bit short. Of course, I already knew that. But a story short, when I ordered this, somehow they got the measurement wrong. And so I contacted the company. We went back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And surprisingly, the next day, they refunded my full purchase price and said I could reorder. And I'm like, you know what? It'd be a shame to waste all this material. So I thought, hey, I could buy a short piece, overlap it, and make this work and have a relatively inexpensive roof. So here's the plumbing pipe I used to roll the roofing. So this is a 2-person job. We'll roll this back. You get a guy on each side and then just pull it back evenly. Normally they pull it back to the halfway point, but since I'm new to this, I'm going to try a quarter section first, see how that goes, and then continue. Here's all the products I'll be using for the roof. 100% silicone, waterproof, siliconized acrylic caulk for the trim. Then we got the self-leveling sealant in white for any joints. This is also an option I could use for where the roof material is going to overlap in conjunction with the roof glue. Which brings us to the roof glue. It's acrylic water-based adhesive. I purchased an extra tub just to ensure I don't run out during the project. It's white and they say it smells like Elmer's glue. Okay, so since I plan on overlapping the roof, it's going to be the semi-rough side, which is not very rough at all, to the smooth shiny surface. So I want to glue this onto here before ordering that short piece to make sure it's going to adhere, which I've already done. So what I did, I glued this piece to this piece and then this piece to the wood. Test all three. Wow, it's still wet. The wood did really well. Yeah, that's pretty good. And it's still tacky. So this test was not complete. All right, so this is 3 days later. Gave it ample time. That's not the best. So I got to figure out another route, but I'm going to make it work. This is awesome. Apparently what's happening, it's not a porous surface and it's waterproof, so it cannot dry. Maybe silicone would work. 100% silicone. Self-leveling sealant. Tight bond. Heavy duty. Now this type of glue, given its chemical makeup, can actually melt into the rubber, which would fuse nicely. And the same thing with this bonding agent, tougher than the elements. Now there is such a thing called gassing off, where you put it down, lift it up, and you gas it off. To prevent it from melting, it helps. Wow, look at that. So it's going to create a lump, but that's fine as long as it's bonded. As long as water can't go through, we'd be good. So I'll put a little weight on there, come back in a couple days. 2-day lapse, tougher than the elements. Not too good. Tight bond, heavy duty. That's pretty good. Oh yeah. Tight bond wins so far. Look at this. That's perfect. That, wow. Okay, so that's a win. And then self-leveling sealant isn't. Wow. Clear winner. Self-leveling sealant. Fail. 100% silicone. Fail. So tight bond is the winner, and that's what I'll be using. And then this is the roof glue. Totally awesome. Provided it lays flat on the sheathing. One thing I suggest just before gluing is to get a damp cloth and wipe down the surface, get all the dust off. Dust is your enemy when gluing. Thank you. So, oh my God. So we're going, what, go halfway?
Yeah, halfway. Now, do you want to double it up or?
No, we'll just keep going down. Now, originally, I thought I was going to do quarters, but that doesn't make sense. The reason I was going to do a quarter is I thought, okay, we're up to the clamps. Is that halfway?
No, because.
Okay, but
Does that look like halfway?
No, it doesn't. Whoa, I might have made a little mess right there. Okay, so, yeah, this looks good, dude. I went a little bit crazy here because I had a spill. See, I figured this wood would really soak it in, so that's why I bought an extra tub. I was afraid it had to be really wet in order to work, you know?
Yeah.
Going right out to the edge, dude. This is easy, dude. Right? I guess we do the whole section, don't we? Yeah.
Make sure you get them screw holes.
Yeah. Right? I've never done, I'm sure you've never had neither, right? A roof like this.
No.
If you owned a camper with a wooden roof, this is the process, man.
Are we grabbing back here?
No. You roll from here. This is where you want to be. A round roll, no breaks. Wow, looks like it's going to be too long. Of course, we pre-measured. Let it fall off. Dude, that looks pretty nice. Springtime. And you want to go from here. I don't know, because when I'm pulling on it, it's not really coming out. I brought the squeegee. I'm gonna try it. Like right there, you see it bubble? Is that a bubble? Okay. Wow, it feels rough. You try and tell me. You think that's working better? Like do that on the last pass or something? All right.
Yeah, but the only problem is you might get an excess goop off the bottom, off the sides.
What, the goop coming off the sides?
Yeah.
Who cares? That means you're squeezing it out evenly. That's right? Actually, in my opinion, this looks pretty good. What's up, dog? We're right to the glue line. Now, a lot of guys do this on real hot sunny days outside, which the heat is good for the material, but not good for the glue. You know, the surface is hot. This is easier than what I thought it would be.
Did we take note of where it stops?
That we didn't. Now we'll just snug it, and both ways this way. So what do you think works best? Squeegee or broom?
Squeegee?
Yeah. Because you gotta go, oh, this is the full width. This is wider. This is how you buy it factory. It's 8.5
We just
wide.
gotta get it right on this end.
Yes.
It looks like you cut this.
No, the factory cut that.
Really? And it put it crooked?
Yeah, that's terrible. But this line is straight. Like we should roll it.
Spin it again?
Because I do believe that the other line is straight. Now, is that straighter? Is it straighter? Look at how much overlap we got. A good foot. Man, this is looking kinky. All right, there's the glue. Exposed. So I don't get a large bump. There's one bead right here, right? Like right
Yeah, that looks good.
on the wood, and because we're going to play knife it, just like this, right?
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't have mixed the glue.
Maybe I can wipe that down. We're ready to roll it over.
Well, do you want to put a bead on the piece that we're rolling over?
That'd be a good idea. As long as we don't get sloppy here, when we flatten it, it ooze out. Good idea, dude. Do that. Oh no, I wouldn't.
Why not?
Okay. That's a good idea too.
That way you can kind of control the ooze a little bit.
Yeah, you got this stuff, dude. And it's a nice wide. Nice. We'll have to lift that up to put another joint in.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Do you think so? Like put a bead so it's on both. I mean, this is nice because it's all white and you don't see it, but it's a roof. So you just go like that and put a little, and then let it ooze wherever it goes. And it will also act as a damper for water trying to get under.
All right.
What do you think?
Yeah, give it a gun. Give it a gun.
Yeah. See, now we'll just put a little bead on there.
See, that was the difference. I made mine all the way to the
We'll put a bead on there, putty knife it, and over.
Oh, I'm just saying,
No or yes?
wait, you see the difference in my,
And mine?
yeah, like I puttied mine all the way to the edge.
Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, you were a smarter man than me. Nice. I don't see how that could ever leak. Man, you're good at this, dude. Your side's better. You're more professional. That's nice work. It's a roof, right? Get some tree dirt on there, everything will match. You won't even know there's a seam there. You want me to turn the fan on and give it a test? Nice! So here's the final result. Much easier than expected. But I wish I had listened to my partner on that joint up there. So let me go over a few things. So I should have followed suit on what he was doing. When this was flipped over, he took the putty knife and brought the adhesive all the way out to the edge and then flipped back. Made a nice joint. I ruined all that. I was just going to put a joint here, smash it and let it ooze as it may, and then it would have like a little boundary, a little gutter for the water. The bond is good. Good adhesion. Oh, another thing. At the end, you notice we had these black scuffs. That was from the squeegee. It was like the black was coming off the squeegee. Or there was some kind of tar on there from the past. I'm not sure. But my partner said to not use a squeegee. And I'm like, what? He's like, don't use a rubber squeegee. So I don't know what other types there are out there, but that's something to consider. The broom work did well, and we did a lot more broom work off camera. But you seen, majority was done with the squeegee. The squeegee pulled it down nicely. The brooms were good. So it was a good move getting an extra tub. I'm only down about a quarter, and that was a 15-foot trailer. So you could probably get away with one tub, but I did it because of the wood I was using. And then for the seal, the tight bond is labeled all weather, waterproof. And then I'll be using the lap sealant on the roof trim. Now I know this is going to break down in the sun, so I'm just going to use a silicone product so when it fails, just remove it, replace it. So I'm going to run a bead of lap sealant on this joint. Now I'm using lap sealant because it's made to withstand the UV rays, and that glue probably wouldn't. I'll take a putty knife, spread that out a bit. They say it's self-leveling. I think what they mean there is it will ooze down in any cracks and crevices, and it levels off a bit, but it never really does level out completely. Good adhesion in the front. Of course, that's very important in the front. Air blowing across. Then again, this would be wrapped around like this. Show that next. Got some glue, new brush. Oh wow, getting sloppy already. Wow! So I'm getting the edge, all this. Wow. I'm starting to improve. I want it thick. all the pores filled in nicely. So I'll do this the whole way down. So I put a few wood strips up there to keep it folded over, because that's a shorter area and it wouldn't fold for me. That's right. Now for the roof trim. So I'm going to take this corner and just fold it straight out, like such. And then start with my trim. It'd be nice if I had someone to hold that. Where's my helper when I need him? There we go. We gotta get it tight. This is the trim. Also, it's holding the glue tight. I'd also like to add, when we did the roof job, it was 70 degrees in the space. So if you're doing this type of roof, I'm checking here to make sure it came over nicely, which right here, it didn't, the flap got stuck. So I'm just picking it up and over. There it goes. So you can see the water's gonna come down and hit all this gook. You know what I forgot? I forgot to put lap sealant on the inside of this. I'm gonna take it off and redo it, but that's how it's done. Lap sealant inside the groove. I'll show it in a minute. Install some lap sealant in this groove. Just a small amount, and it will ooze out all the way around. So I got a board clamped on here, squishing this all together. Hold it nice and tight until it's dry. Here's the end of the clamped board, and look at that. That actually would have made a nice trim. I could have came right down around and clamped it here. If I build another trailer, that's what I'll do. Come right around like that, glue it, clamp it. You'd have trim that would never rot. However, I'm short, that wasn't the original plan, and I'm gonna take a knife and cut it. It's not dry yet, but it's held in there nice. I think I can get away with cutting it. Nice! Alright, so there you go. So for this front fold, I'm going to cut this piece off, even with the roof line. Wow, that stuff's pretty tough. That's good roof. And then down here, and then fold it in like that, and put that right on there. Glue all that up. So this piece right here is cut so it doesn't make a lump at the end. I don't know how to explain that, but you see, well, you'll see. So this gets even with the other plastic strip. Right on there like that. Same thing on this side, the cut. Butt it up against there. Wow, did you hear that crack? Nice! You only need one because of the arch. Check that out. Nice! I'd like to thank everyone for watching and hope this helps with your RV project. And in the next video, we'll install some doors here and in the back.